Hello good people, I'm going to talk about the distributive law, which states that the product of a number and a group of numbers is the same as the sum of the products. Now, what in the name of everything that makes you tingly does that mean? Let me bring in a rectangle that will hopefully help. This rectangle happens to be 5 meters wide and 10 meters long. If I want to calculate its area, I can use the formula, which is width times length or length times width. Let me substitute in the numbers. The width is 5 meters and I'm going to multiply that by the length, which is 10 meters. 5 multiplied by 10 will give me 50. Meters by meters will give me square meters. What does any of this have to do with the distributive law? Well, let me bring in an identical rectangle. It is exactly the same, except this time I have chosen to divide it into two smaller rectangles, the orange one and the green one. The calculation of the area is still the same. The width is 5 meters. What about the length? Yes, 7 plus 3 is 10, but I want to do it slightly differently. Now I'm going to say that the length is in fact 7 meters plus 3 meters. Fair enough. How do I calculate this? How do I solve this bracket? We need to keep a very important thing in mind here. Between this 5m and the bracket, there is a multiplication sign. By convention, we do not usually write it in, but it is there. And it is telling me to multiply everything outside of the bracket by everything inside the bracket individually. So that means that I will have 5m multiplied by 7m, and that will give me 35m squared. To that, I'm going to add 5m multiplied by 3m, and that is positive 15m squared. And if I now add the products, the 35 and 15, I'm going to add up with 50 square meters. Same as before. The distributive law allows us to deal with brackets. So let me look at a few more examples. Alright, let me start from the top left. We have 2 multiplied by, in brackets, a plus 4. The distributive law says multiply everything outside of the bracket with everything inside the bracket individually. And so I will have 2 multiplied by a, that is 2a, and then I will have 2 multiplied by positive 4, well, that is positive 8. And that is as far as we can go. I cannot add 2a and 8 because they are not like terms. We have to be particularly careful when we have negative values. So now I have negative 6 multiplied by b, well, that is negative 6b. Then I have negative 6 multiplied by positive 5. Recall that a negative multiplied by a positive will give me negative, so this is negative 30. Once again, this is as far as we can go. Here we have 3 multiplied by c minus 7. Fair enough. Let's do it step by step. Everything outside of the bracket needs to be multiplied by everything inside the bracket. So 3 multiplied by c will give me 3c, and then 3 multiplied by negative 7 will give me negative 21. And the final example, we have negative 4 that will be multiplied by negative d. Recall that negative multiplied by negative will give me a positive, so this is a positive 4d. And then we have negative 4 multiplied by positive 8, that will give me negative 32. In summary, the distributive law allows us to expand or solve brackets. When we do that, we need to multiply everything outside of the bracket with everything inside the bracket individually. That is all for now, and I will see you on the flip side.